What's up everyone, Pumpernickel here, coming at you with a Tom Clancy's The Division video. I've played a lot of The Division since its launch back in March. I had it pre-ordered, and I have had the Season Pass pre-ordered. I've experienced all the different updates from how they changed the game and its meta from 1.1 and how Sentry worked with automatics and 1.2 and the 3-2-1 Sentry Striker Savage combo, and now 1.3's meta with 5-piece sentries. I played all of the incursions. I played all of the Endgame stuff. I've enjoyed the hell out of it, but it is broken in its current state. Luckily for us, more and more news is coming out about the rebalancing patch 1.4. It has gotten me personally more and more excited about the future of the division. So I noticed a lot of the focus is being put on the solo player and how pre 1.4 it's almost impossible to gear up while playing solo. For example, I have some gameplay of me playing a challenging mission solo. There are only level 32 enemies. They're all elites. I have all 229 or 268 gear pieces. They aren't optimized by any means, and I'm not using the best gear sets. I think it's 3 Lone Star for the LMG damage and Reckless and Savage gloves. And you can actually see the difficulty I'm having with the content. It's the enemies take a lot of hits and I die really quickly. I have to sacrifice a heal just so I can do more damage with my the pulse and smart cover, and it makes makes things really difficult for a solo player. I have to play really carefully. You'll see that I have to retreat when things are getting too dangerous, and it's really not a fun experience. It took me about 30 minutes to finish this challenging mission, and probably the worst part about that is the gear I get at the end is absolutely useless to me. I think I had to destroy all of it. It's all like 182 gear. That's completely trash for a person gearing up at 229 and 268. And it's really frustrating for a solo player who, I just put 30 minutes into this game and I have nothing to show for it. Even though this stuff is a pain in the ass, Massive is planning to correct this mistake of theirs. We saw on the state of the game on the 15th, they're planning to fix the trash rewards, make everything more useful to the player, and they're fixing the difficulty spike for solo players. Basically, challenge missions for solo players. You're playing as if it's a 4-man team currently. They'll decrease that down so that there is no more spike in difficulty that we obviously seem to be experiencing. So that leads to what I am wanting to do for 1.4. Basically, when 1.4 comes out, I'm wanting to test the solo experience and kind of show that to you guys. I thought it'd be interesting to basically start at level 30, where they're editing all of the world tiers and difficulty and drops and all of that stuff. Basically test it from level 30 and get all the way to endgame by myself as a solo player. I want to show you guys my experience, if it's too difficult or whatnot, and whether the loot rewards are good enough for a solo player. The character I'll be playing with has leveled up from 1 to 30, all solo. I played through all of the missions and got my base 100% unlocked already. From what I understood as a solo experience, the 1 to 30 game was perfectly adequate for difficulty and just enjoyment in general. Gear dropped at appropriate times. In fact, I got gear items that were leveled above me several times, and I was able to hold on to that item and use it once I hit the next level. When 1.4 hits, my character will be in purples and maybe a blue. My character has no high ends, however, and I'll have to grind through each tier and test each world tier basically to see if each jump will be good enough for the solo player to experience a proper gearing up experience. I think it'll be an interesting kind of experiment to see if Massive Rift really does fix the game for people starting out as well as people at the end game. I'll be doing a lot of both, so I'll be able to see both ends of the spectrum. I'm planning on making some content from the PTS, the public test server, for both in-game and solo players to kind of see or more show how Massive is planning to change their update and designs depending on the feedback that we give them through the PTS. I imagine there's going to be balancing issues in the PTS and what they're starting out with. There's always balancing issues. That's why almost every game company has a public test server, a public test realm that they can kind of experiment with the values that they have and basically fix them or balance them to make them work well with the game. Things might look good on paper, but they don't always work out as well as the developer has hoped. So that's what I'll be doing in the future. I'll be able to show you guys kind of the experience that I have and the kind of difficulty I have gearing up and all that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this content, and I hope you guys look forward to seeing kind of the solo experience from 1.4 onward. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.